Kai, just kind of what's your overall expectations for not just this weekend, just this season in general?
My expectation for the season, you know what I'm saying, is that everybody just come out there and give it everything they got. You know, we have a common goal in the building, and we want to win a national championship, but we understand that we're going to have to take it practice by practice, week by week, game by game.
How's the pass rush from the defensive line standpoint evolved since last year, especially last year's game at this time?
We definitely got some guys that can get us off the field on third down. You know, a guy like Ovi and Braden Swinson, they're tremendous pass rushers off the edge. Myself in the middle, paired along Mason Smith. You know, obviously he won't be playing this week, but Jacoby Guillory has been doing great at pushing the pocket all week, and I'm excited to see us play.
Can you talk about Guillory for a little bit? I feel like he gets absolutely no love, for us. We always want to talk about Mason U, but he's a guy that's been a constant for a long time in the middle of that line.
Yeah, Tank is a very hard worker. He's had a tremendous spring, a tremendous fall camp, and I'm really excited to see him go out there and play. You know, he's become a much more vocal leader in the room. He's the oldest guy in the D-line room, so obviously he has the most experience. And he's just done a great job of stepping up to the plate, knowing that this is his time, and, you know, he had to start this week.
How much does Harold Perkins' new quote-unquote role, moving him around more, help this pass rush?
You know, he's a guy that you have to account for no matter where he is on the field. He's a tremendous pass rusher. You know, he does great things in the run game, and I think he'll be big for us on Sunday.
Does the attitude kind of have to be, we played all year without Mason Smith, we just got to do it one more time before we get him out there again, you know?
Yeah, I would say so. I'll tell you, it's easier to know that he's not playing now than he goes down in the first quarter. So, but, you know, we have guys like Jalen Lee, Jacoby Guillory, Jordan Jefferson that's really stepped up to the plate, and I think those guys will be able to fill the void. And, you know, as a team, we're just going to rally around each other and, you know, try to put our best product on film.
They've got a really good running back coming back. What about him and the other challenges of trying to stop this offense?
Yeah, Florida State is a run-heavy team. You know, they do a lot of gap scheme. They might pull the center, pull the tackle. And the running back, Trey Benson, you know, he's a heavier guy, about 220. So we're definitely going to have to put bodies on him and, you know, stop the injury, come up with a body part when we're tackling him. We can't let him get any leaky yardage.
And just you coming here, we didn't know really who you were a year ago. And since you've been here in the last year, you've been on all these SEC community teams and won over your teammates, and you're a team captain and All-American. I mean, this has got to be everything you dreamed of it being so far, huh?
Definitely. You know, I'll be lying if I say I came here and expected all this. But, you know, I'm glad that I got to earn the trust of the team and the coaching staff. And, you know, I'm a guy that they can count on to put a good product on the field every week.
And just real quick, on the other side of the ball, Will Campbell and Emory Jones. What do you see out of these two guys every day as far as their relationship and how they're kind of the two faces of that line? And they're so young, both of them.
Yeah, those guys have grown a lot from last year. You know, they were phenomenal offensive tackles last year, and they're even better. You know, the chemistry of the O-line has been great all camp, and I think they'll do a great job of protecting Jaden, and we'll be able to run the ball effectively.
What's kind of the key to your consistency to being on the field every time, performing well? Is there something that you think you're doing differently that no one else knows about, or is it just that simple as you've been fortunate enough to be healthy?
I've definitely been fortunate enough to be healthy. Had some surgeries this off season, but when it comes to being consistent on the field, I always just say, you know, when we have a great week of practice, we tend to play good on game day. So, you know, I just try to take it day by day, practice by practice, rep by rep, and really focus on getting better and not just going through the motions.
How does it help having someone like Jane Daniels that you're going up against in practice every day, that when you're facing someone like Florida State's quarterback, you can kind of feel like, oh, we understand what's coming our way?
Yeah, Jaden's one of the best quarterbacks in the nation, so going up against him every single day, it has really made our defense better. And, you know, some days it's like, dang, we really can't stop him. But you got to live with that because he's one of the best quarterbacks in the nation, so, yeah.
He doesn't hold it over your head or anything like that?
Nah.
What about the number 18? And we haven't had a chance to ask you about that. What does that honor kind of mean to you and being able to carry that legacy?
Yeah, it means a lot to be representing, you know, the school wearing 18 this year. I watched BJ represent it last year, and I would say he really showed me how to represent that number on and off the field, the things that come with it and how to really uphold that standard of wearing the number and what it means to the state of Louisiana.
Mekhi, can you just talk about like the message from Brian Kelly? You know, it seems more concise this year, really from all of the coaches. It's more concise. It's very to the point. Can you just talk about from a team aspect how clear it is now?
I mean, the message for this week is, you know, we want to go 1-0 every day. You know, focus on the task at hand, win the practice, win the day, and we want to go out there and put a good product on the field on game day. You know, we let some things slip last year. We know that we're going to have to bring our traits this game and really limit the mistakes. So that's really been the message.
Have you seen a difference in Matt House, maybe in his comfort level of how he goes about this defense?
Definitely. You know, he's always been an aggressive play caller, but I would say he trusts us more, having us a second year in the system, and we've gained that trust in him with him being our coordinator for a second year. You know, last year playing Florida State the first game of the season, there were some things we were still trying to fill out with the defense, but, you know, we got 11 guys that's fully confident right now, and I think we'll be great.
So what about this new Harold Perkins in terms of moving him around and making him a more complete linebacker? What are you seeing out of him?
Yeah, Perky's a playmaker, so no matter where you put him on the field, he's going to find the ball. You know, with his speed, he's been sideline to sideline all camp, making great reads, and I think he's going to do a tremendous job of just really getting after the quarterback and being effective in the run game as well.
What about just playing a game like this where both teams are in the top 10 and it's the only game that night and you're going to have, I don't know, maybe 10 million people watching this game? How does it feel to play in a game like this to lead off the year?
You know, it's honored to be able to play in a game like this, but, you know, we never want to get too high in the game, never want to get too low, just stay level-headed and, you know, really take it for what it is. Don't really make it this big matchup, but, you know, make it a game that we want to win because it's the first game of the season, and that's how we want to set the tone for the season.
Congrats on being named one of the captains of this team.
Appreciate
How would you
it.
kind of describe your leadership style?
My leadership style, I would say I'm definitely more of a lead by example guy, but I'm definitely a guy you can come to if you need to talk about anything, you know, and I'm also a guy that's going to speak up for the team if there's any issues and things like that. But definitely a guy that's just going to show you how to do things the right way more than tell you in front of the coaches or, you know, try to be a real loud guy. That's never been my leadership style. Appreciate it.